I'm Caden Love.
And I'm Seema Love, his wife.
And we are Love and Lore, taking dark fantasy, light fantasy, and everything in between.
And today we'll be talking about more of a dark fantasy and the upcoming books that we are planning to release as Svetling Press in this and next year's. And the first one is a very exciting announcement. Remember when we had call for submissions earlier this year? We have chosen the book that we thought was the best, and we were honestly really impressed. We got a lot of good submissions, and it was like a really close tie between a couple of books, but then we decided to go with this one, and I think it was the right choice. Working with the author has been so enjoyable so far, and I'm almost done with the cover, so we're really excited.
And so we wanted to go ahead and do the title reveal today and give you a bit of a pitch to know what this book is about so that you can get ready and even more excited when we have the cover reveal coming soon for a release later this year. So, this book is called Shadows of the Sundered Lands by Corbin Rook.
And to give you a little sneak peek into what this book is like, I'm going to read you the pitch that the author submitted when he was submitting his book for our Svetling Press. And he said, "Imagine the dark world of Blood Over Brighthaven with the adventure and banter from Myria Revelations being used to provide important and empowering commentary on dealing with chronic anxiety, PTSD, and physical disabilities." When we read this, I was like, okay, this not only sounds fun, but also really deep.
Yeah, it was one of those books that it can reach such a wide audience. You know, more mature teenagers, adults, everyone can really enjoy this book. We had an awfully fun time reading it, and it does feel kind of like those books. I haven't read Myria Revelations yet, though that is on our TBR. I just finished Blood Over Brighthaven, and now, after having read Shadows of the Sundered Lands, and looking back at it after finishing Blood Over Brighthaven, I definitely see similarities with the Blight and other things out there. It is a really cool book, and I can't wait for you all to read it.
When I was reading it personally, I also got some Dune vibes from it, but you'll have to read it and see for yourself.
And I've seen the cover that Seema's working on so far, and I think it does a really good job at showing you kind of what this world is about, what are the risks. It is a super fun and really enjoyable read, and we're excited to see what this author has coming. Like I said, we'll have the cover reveal coming soon. Then we'll get working on the Kickstarter so you can all back it and get the goodies that come with it. And eventually we do want to post a video where we do a little interview with the author to highlight how wonderful it has been working with him, because he is a spectacular guy. So to get the best updates, go down into the description. Make sure to follow me at Caden Love Author on Instagram. That is where I will be posting stuff related to Svetling Press, but make sure to follow the author Corbin Rook so you can get updates directly from him from his account.
So this was our most exciting announcement for today, but we'll also have a couple of other fun announcements about books that Caden is planning to release soon. Tell us.
So people that have been following me know that I released Toothsucker. It has been around 3 months since that, and ever since the release I have been working really hard on the sequel. And I was actually, right before this video, working on it. I finished the first draft for it about a week ago, and book 1 is about 81,000 words, book 2 is 150,000 words, though that is subject to change just because of how book editing goes. This is called Chromatic Creep, in case you missed that announcement on Daniel Green's Fantasy News, and I can't wait for y'all to read this. If you've read Toothsucker, you know that you got cyborg dolphins. In this book, we have cyborg cuttlefish, and there are a lot of really fun and crazy ones. This one goes into tons of depth on more societal corruption, and it is all that you could ask for in a weird cyberpunk book. I've already given Seema the cover ideas, and so we'll get working on that sometime soon. I think you're all really going to dig it. Besides that, I do hope to write a novella set in the Toothsucker world that can be read as a standalone. I'm going to be working on this kind of while finishing up Toothsucker 2, because I do want to always be drafting something. Editing isn't my favorite part of the writing process, so I always like to have something that I'm creating. When that will come out might be later this year, it might be next year, we'll see. And of course, I'm working on the 3rd book in the Paladins of the Harvest series. I'm about 50,000 words into that one. I plan on releasing that one in the spring, and I feel like it'll be a great conclusion to the trilogy, and I do plan on revisiting that world sometime in the near future, but as you kind of noticed, my focus has been a lot on Toothsucker, just because I've had a lot of recent success with it, And just as I am as a reader, sometimes I tend to focus more on science fiction, sometimes more on fantasy. My mind right now is in a really science fiction mood, so I'm just writing that right away. And so these are the two main series that I'm working on, but there are always more projects in the making. And if you want to see Seema and I in person and are in the Utah area anytime, we will be at the Salt Lake Comic-Con FanX in September. I will be at Worldcon next month, so if you're there, make sure to stop by and say hi. And we do plan on attending and selling books at Dragonsteel Nexus this December, which was one of our favorite points of last year. So we hope to see you all there.
So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll hopefully see you in the near future.